When you think of college football, what do you think of? Most people probably think of complicated rules, lots of alcohol, and players with larger-than-life personalities. To me, college football represents tradition, culture, and community. The football part is just a bonus. My name is Zach, and I am a lifelong college football junkie. It is my personal mission to go to as many college football settings as I can. Today, I get to go to Autzen Stadium at the University of Oregon. I will also get to go to the taping of College Game Day, a college football pregame show which travels every week to that week's Game of the Week. This show has been on for 20 years, and I have been watching it since I was 6 years old. You don't have to be a sports fan to enjoy the taping of College Game Day. Being in the crowd, you can feel the passion that the fans have for their traditions and for their team. I will be traveling from Portland, Oregon to Eugene, Oregon, which is about a 1.5 hour drive down Interstate 5. This particular setting has been at the top of my list for as long as I can remember. Autzen Stadium is nicknamed the Zoo in an attempt to capture how wild the environment can be. Although it doesn't even rank in the top 50 largest college football stadiums, it is widely recognized by sports journalists, fans, players, and coaches to be one of the loudest environments in all of college football. Lee Corso, one of the hosts of College Game Day, once said, "Per person, the Oregon Stadium is the loudest stadium I've ever been in." Autzen Stadium has a capacity of around 57,000 people. In comparison, the largest college football stadium holds more than 106,000 people. One of our goals with this channel is to show how you can make anything an adventure. While I have been to many college football games before, this will be an adventure for me. I got the idea for this trip only the Monday before the game, which was on Saturday. I was scrolling through ESPN and saw the Oregon Ducks were playing UCLA in a top 10 matchup. Then, I immediately Googled where College Game Day would be filming that week. When I saw it would be in Eugene, I knew I couldn't miss this opportunity. I recently moved to Oregon and have never been to Eugene. I will also be leaving my house at 4 in the morning, and am going with no plan and no intentions of using a map. I will also be going alone, which isn't part of my usual behavior. But since I was so excited to be able to go to a Ducks game and explore the campus, I didn't want to let that stop me. I had gone to football games alone before, and also trusted in the community of college football to not feel by myself, even surrounded by total strangers. According to the university's website, the story of the University of Oregon begins in 1859 when Congress required the founders of Oregon to establish a public university. Then, in the early 1870s, farmers raised funds by selling mules and produce, as well as holding church socials to amass $27,500, the cost of the 18-acre piece of land that later became the campus of the University of Oregon. Construction began in 1873, the first students were taught in 1876, and the first graduating class graduated in 1878. The university almost closed in 1881 due to a debt of a little over $8,000. Most of this was paid by a private donor who later had a building named after him, a man named Henry Villard. Now, the campus covers 295 acres and is home to one of the premier college football programs in the country. Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, is an Oregon graduate and has heavily invested in athletics at his alma mater. One of the ways that this is evident is through the football team's uniforms. The Oregon football program has the most diverse and iconic uniforms in the country. For the 2019 season, they wore 4 different helmets, 5 different jerseys, and 4 different pants. This meant that they had 80 different uniform combinations they could have made. I wanted to go to a Ducks game because of the tradition, the atmosphere, and what Oregon football represents today. What is up, you guys? Good morning. It is currently 4 exactly in the morning on October 22nd. Today I will be going to my first Ducks game, and they are filming College Game Day there, and filming starts at 6 a.m. It's about an hour and a half drive. Yeah, so let's get it started. We'll see you in Eugene. Bye. All right, just parked. So walking to Memorial Quad now, where College Game Day is being filmed. I'm running a little late, but the campus is really pretty, at least it's still dark. I parked right next to the basketball arena. Super easy parking process so far. $18 a day isn't bad. All right, so time to walk to game day.
In 17 years.
Just went to game day. That was awesome. If you've never been, highly recommend going to College Game Day. It's a really cool environment. It's really cold. It's raining. I wouldn't want anything else different from my first Oregon Game Day though. So now I'm just kind of walking around campus. I got some breakfast, seeing what it looks like. It's a gorgeous campus. Really pretty. Gonna insert some clips now. I walked around campus with no map and no agenda. I just walked in whatever direction looked the coolest and had a blast doing so. This was how I turned one of my usual hobbies into more of an adventure. So this campus is gorgeous. So to get from the campus to the actual stadium, you actually have to cross the Willamette River. And it is gorgeous, and there's all these beautiful bike paths. Like, this is freaking incredible, and I haven't even gotten to the stadium yet. It is just beautiful, and all the fall colors and the river. Very beautiful. To find my ticket, I used the website Game Time. I have used them a ton and love their interface and their prices, especially for last-minute concerts and sporting events. This is the same duo we saw earlier at the game day taping. He drives the Duck onto the field before every game on his motorcycle. Yes, those are Tootsie Rolls you see. One of the coolest game day traditions that Oregon has is that they throw candy every single time the Ducks score. I guess you could call it one of college football's sweetest traditions. In terms of the actual football game, this was my ideal type of game. It was competitive enough to stay interesting for the casual fan, but the Ducks always felt in control. Because the game was interesting, the atmosphere stayed electric the whole time, which seemed to have a positive feedback loop for the players. This was my favorite part of this experience. Clapping along to the song Shout was so much fun, I had to put the camera down to join in. Alright, I have made it back to Portland. I would say I just got home, except I had to go pick up some Thai food because I'm tired, I'm hungry, I walked like 15,000 steps, but it was so worth it. It was definitely raining, but it never rains in Autzen Stadium. It was cold, it was windy, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It was electric, the crowd was wild, just so much fun. It was a fun family atmosphere. Couldn't recommend it more. It was awesome. Definitely a long day. I'm just now getting back at 7:30, so about 15 and a half hours later. But like I said, so worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.